So what we're going to cover today is some ideas to ignite your 2025 planning. We're going to go through 20 StoryBrand websites. We're going to go through them quickly and talk about the inspiration behind them. We're going to hit 7 MSP StoryBrand websites, 5 builder websites, 3 landscaping websites, and 5 manufacturing websites. And then we're going to talk about some top trends for 2025 web design to get you started on that. Who are we and why are we giving you this talk today? We are Big Orange Marketing. We're a digital marketing firm. We specialize in the verticals I just mentioned. We all have about 15 years of marketing experience. Here's some of our leading team members. We've helped dozens of clients win millions of dollars in business. We are StoryBrand certified and we're HubSpot partners. So that's why we're here talking to you today. So first of all, what is StoryBrand? StoryBrand is about your messaging, and in the sea of competition that we're all swimming in, are you confusing your customers, or do you look like everybody else? The StoryBrand methodology is all about clarifying your messaging so customers will listen. Customers purchase based on the words on the page that compel them to action, not pretty pictures. So you got to keep that in mind. By following the 7-part framework, true for every story, you are going to invite customers into a story that is their story. You're the guide, they are the customer. They are the hero of those stories. That's one of the 2 principles I always like to cover. Principle number 1 is you confuse, you lose, and then just always keep in mind the customer is the hero of the story. You are the guide. Think of yourself as Yoda, and this cute little cat here, he kind of looks like Yoda. It's kind of, love that picture. All right, today when we talk about websites, what we're going to talk about is home hero sections. Those are the sections at the top of the page that really bring to life the whole website. They include framing the customer as the hero is about these components, using an aspirational image. We like to say smiling, happy people happily doing their work. These are our own best versions of ourselves. An inspiring hero statement that shows that we understand the customer's challenges, a strong, straightforward subheading that shows what you do, and clear, compelling calls to action. All home heroes should be made up of these components. So how do you get these components? You really need to research your customers' pain points and their goals, and you have to do it by doing interviews. All of this research gives you insights. We distill that into personas so that you can keep hold of that and bring it up whenever you need to get back to basics. And these insights are what are gonna help us clarify our messaging to address those pain points. So right now we're going to start with running through 7 MSP StoryBrand examples and the insights that drove them. Okay, so first example is ACO Technologies in Fort Worth, Texas. Their home hero has some keywords in it, IT support Fort Worth, but also turbocharge your growth. That's their home hero statement. Let our business first approach to cybersecurity, IT services, and cloud migrations in Fort Worth fuel your business growth. Book a consultation is the clear, compelling, most obvious button to press. So what led to that insight? The insights that led to that messaging is that people, when they're working, can feel like, oh, the logins, the multi-factor authentication, all of this cybersecurity related things can be a pain and can slow down your work. So ACO Technologies has this in their shoes perspective with a leader who came from working in the industries at a publicly traded company. So he has that business first approach. And then the authentic nature of the team that you're going to get to work with when you choose them for Fort Worth IT services is brought to life through that love of aviation that you can see throughout the website. So the takeaway from ACO Technologies for you to use to think about your business is what is unique about your team's experience or focus that can bring to life your website. Example number 2 for MSPs is Internos Technology Group out of Miami. Here's our first iteration of their website. Here is their iteration today. Don't worry, it's handled. You deserve more than Miami IT support and cybersecurity. Get a true business technology partner. You can see today's iteration of the website has smiling, happy people who are happily working together because their technology is working for them. Book time with our pros, the clear, obvious button to press. So what is the insights that brought that about? Technology needs, including uptime, security, these kinds of things can weigh heavily on the business owners, business leaders. They have experience shielding customers from the storm that is IT. They're also down there in Miami, Florida, where we all know that these terrible hurricane seasons are a big reality. So that allowed us to have some messaging related to storms of IT and things like that, and visuals as well. So that made them stand out from a sea of other IT companies in the region. Also, to using its IT capitalized for its in a phrase shows their authentic nature and really makes them authentic and able to be engaged with. Um, so the takeaway from this is think about, is there a theme to your location or your company culture that you could leverage to help increase engagement? Okay, Intrust IT, another company we've been working with for a while. This is one of our first iterations of their website. Here's a new one. They became employee owned, so it gave us even more great differences to build their messaging around. So IT support Cincinnati, some keywords on the page. Make IT easy on yourself. You win when you choose employee-owned IT support services and cybersecurity. Schedule a quick meeting, the most obvious button to press. The IT support Cincinnati is a dynamic field because they're in 3 locations, or maybe now 4. Dayton, Columbus, and Cincinnati, and maybe a 4th one coming soon. So just some dynamic aspects to this website. Okay, so to help you, the insight that led to this. So we interviewed customers, and a big challenge with why people switch IT providers is because they feel like their current IT provider is not getting back to them in a timely manner. So people can feel isolated and alone when they have tech issues. So the Home Hero statements highlights their dedication to getting back to clients quickly. And then you can also see from the imagery that working with them is going to be enjoyable. Great. So your takeaway that you can use from this example is when you do your customer interviews, be sure to ask a question like, what was your biggest challenge before you started working with the company that we are interviewing you about? So ask questions like that and you'll be amazed the insights you get. Going to hit a few more MSP examples. This is SWAT Systems from Seattle, has become a new company that we work with today. I like to share this example. Get the IT support you need to grow. We provide Seattle's only fixed price, all-inclusive cybersecurity and IT services. Learn about our Seattle IT support options. These 3 items here are called a value stack. And then here, the most clear and obvious button to press is schedule a virtual meeting. I enjoy sharing this story because Seattle is a very tech-centered area. So a lot of the startup companies and growth companies there are very focused on growing their businesses. So the all-you-can-eat mess packages are a key differentiator that they had that would appeal to the people looking to just sort of grow their firms. They just want technology to work. They don't want to have to think about it. That can take those tech challenges off your plate. Then you can also see from their imagery that they are a mature size. They were a mature sized business. They did get purchased, so they were very happy with that. So showing group pictures of large amount of people that can support you is also a credibility builder. So your takeaway from this is, what is unique about your customers or the area you serve that you can drill down on to help highlight how you understand their challenges? Like, what's really unique about your area? True Technology, this is a website we did not build, but we found it as a good StoryBrand example. And we'd love to talk about this one. And we met these people along the way in our journey. Solve and eliminate your technology challenges. Managed IT services that help your business succeed. Very simple messaging. Request a quote is their clear and most obvious button to press. We are guessing from having met them that people would like their technology to just work. It's a very simple hero statement. It gets straight to the point in 6 words. It is business jargon free. And we did not create this website. We just like to share it as we met those StoryBrand guides. So your takeaway, if you scan your website today, are there places where you can eliminate jargon and address people's pain points? Oh, good. Hey, we have a question. How can you tell if a website is story branded? Perfect place to ask this question, Laura. Jargon free. Like if you look at a website and it's just simple language, it gets straight to the point, it's very clear what action you want people to take, what's that clear, compelling call to action, what's that clear, compelling, most obvious button to press, and then just jargon free messaging and straight to the point. I think that's a great way if you can tell if a website is story branded. So thank you for that question. Okay, I think this is our last IT example. This is a company, Ripple IT. IT your whole company will love. Human first IT is modern IT that works for everyone. 2 buttons here, schedule a Zoom consultation or learn how we can help. Again, we did not build this website, but it came to our attention. I think we met them along the way. I think we met the company along the way. And I just thought this was a good example to share. We'd love to know the StoryBrand company that wrote this, and we'd be happy to connect to them in the blog post we're going to do about this to give proper attribution. So the insight we are going to guess is probably that cybersecurity and IT support can feel like a necessary evil. This is an Atlanta-based company. They are looking to make it, the language and the nice use of the heart emoji, not emoji, but the heart shape makes them very more approachable. They look at the whole company from the headline. I think this is a great story branded example. And then your takeaway that you can use from this is, does the language you use invite your customers into a story that's their story? Okay, we did have one more. This is SkyTerra Technologies. We love this website. Has your technology gone wild? Get a managed service provider that can rein in your tech and help you grow. Love SkyTerra Technologies. The insight from this one was really interesting. So when companies, business owners, business leaders, um, technology can just feel like it's sprawling. You have tons of technology. You feel like maybe you're only using 25% of some of the technology that you have. So it can feel like your technology has gone wild. This company, SkyTerra Technologies, can help you rein it in. So great insight that we brought, and then they aren't obsessed with clients' technologies. They obsess over their clients' businesses. So great website there. The takeaway from this one is, don't be afraid to cut through the clutter and focus on real pain points. All right, now we're going to shift to some builder and developer website examples, just to show you a big variety of how StoryBrand works. Okay, so Chris Gorman Homes is a website we recently completed. Great Homeorama luxury custom builder. When you want it done right, discover a new approach to custom home building with an expert Cincinnati custom home builder. Be heard, understand the process, stress less. That's the value stack. And the button, I believe, is just below here. You can see the upper right is the other place where your 2 most obvious buttons to press should be. Book a discovery call. So that is the one next action we want you to take. So the insight that this was really built on is that the custom home building process can feel a little bit confusing for buyers. They need a guide. They need an honest guide. So that gave us the opportunity to leverage the true honesty, transparency, and professionalism of Chris Gorman Homes, and great difference to build around. Your takeaway for this is, think about what's unique about your business and how does it resonate with a customer's pain, and don't be afraid to go there. Like, do if you put like two, three things together that are unique, it makes a very unique selling proposition. Some other great language on this website, we'll be on that journey with you. Lovely language. Rivers Point Estates is $1 billion master plan community on the river in northern Kentucky. Beautiful development, multiple builders. The community's home hero is come explore with us. Take the scenic route to a healthy, exceptional lifestyle you've been searching for. Request information, request information. So the insight here for people is that they're looking for more than just a home. They want to be living their best lives. So the messaging of this website supports this exceptional place and the vision that was built by this developer. And we want to invite the messaging on the website invites people to become a part of this very special thing. Visually, here's their value proposition or their authority points altogether. So the takeaway that you can use from this is that your unique messaging can be a combination of attributes altogether. You can see this is the combination of attributes, 400 pristine acres, 20% preserved green space. They have 6 miles of trails. Bringing that all together makes very unique authority points. All right, Christo Homes, your home, your style, right on time. Discover the faster, smarter way to build your new home in the Dayton, Cincinnati area. Contact us, contact us. Very clear. So the insight there is that people are looking for family-friendly, affordable homes, honesty, transparency, and professionalism. You provide a clear value, guidance, and support and approachability with this website. You can see that in the imagery of the people that you're going to get to work with when you start your new home journey. Great website example. One of the takeaways from this Christo Homes is that what are quarterly offerings or messaging campaigns that you could come up with to provide excitement for your sales team to leverage? Like right now, they're offering some move-in specials for quick move-in homes. So some great specials to build some excitement around. I think of like 5,000, up to $15,000 off. So great, great examples. All right, next example is Hensley Custom Building Group. Let's build what matters. So the insight for this website, which we built a while ago, is that people may only build one custom home in their lifetime. It is a journey. So they may do this one time. So at the end of the day, you have one life. What matters most is playing catch with your kids, enjoying family time in your living room, or gathering friends in a home that is 100% your vision. So some neat messaging that came from insights from interviewing our customers. So the insight there or the takeaway for you is, do interview your customers because you'll be amazed some of the information you'll get from firsthand interviews. Sabo Custom Builders, we just met this group and had checked out their website and seen that's a StoryBrand website, so we included it because we do think it's good, compelling messaging and beautiful. So this is a Houston home builder. Love where you live. Custom homes built to match your Houston lifestyle. Contact us today. Contact us today. Good StoryBrand. So some insights. We just met this group. We don't have a lot of insights yet, but wanted to point out, wow, great, well-placed testimonial. Great testimonial. Just think other takeaway from this is, messaging should be consistent throughout. This is a good example of the way they leverage love where you live consistently throughout. And we do not want to take credit for building this website, but we did just meet them at the NAHB Builder 20 group. So thought it was a good website to share as well. Your takeaway is 1, 2, 3 plans. This was a great example of a 1, 2, 3 plan at the bottom section of a website. Okay, now we're going to shift gears and go through 3 landscape examples. So I hope you're sticking with me and getting lots of inspiration as we fly through these examples. So this is Seiler's Landscaping. Give your life's memories a great backdrop. We create award-winning landscapes for everyday moments. So schedule a consultation, contact us, most obvious buttons to press. So the insight that this was based on is, before doing interviews with people, we thought, well, maybe people want to be the envy of their neighbors, but that's not the case at all. When we interviewed people, we found that they really just want a beautiful place to live their lives, to invite friends over, to garden with their grandchildren in the yard. So we wanted to create a very welcoming they want to create a welcoming place where they can live and create memories. So great insight there. We're going to skip the takeaways here for a little bit because we got a lot of examples coming at you hard and fast. So season's best landscaping, enhance the beauty and value of your property. Our highly professional Cincinnati landscaping services make your grounds extraordinary. In every season, you can see some extraordinary imagery. They do both residential and commercial services, so you can see there is multiple buttons to press. So that one of the insights that this was based on is that a great landscape can provide joy, and people want to enjoy time with their family and maybe not doing the landscaping. So ground services are one of the services that they promote as well. The site group, landscaping firm, landscape architecture firm. Great headline, a proper backdrop for your memories, breathtaking outdoor spaces that thoughtfully meet your goals from a landscape architecture firm that understands. So great usage of landscape architecture firm in their subheading. Book a phone consultation, book a phone consultation. Clear, most obvious, next action. So the insight here, lots of great insights. One of them that I love pointing out is that people want to feel confident about the teams that come to their homes. And they, through interviews, people were actually sad when the teams were done with the projects at their homes because they really enjoyed the professionalism of the teams that were there. So what Site Group brings together is this unique combination of imaginative design, exceptional craftsmanship, and then this professional communication. And then they build these long-term solutions and long-term relationships. So this was written by another StoryBrand firm. We do not want to take credit for the homepage, but it's a great, great example. All right, now we're going to run through some manufacturing StoryBrand examples. So, you might think, does StoryBrand work for every industry? And so manufacturing being a more complex industry, love to show these examples. And some of these are from other StoryBrand firms and some of them are from us. But this is a Toyota materials handling, a better way to store and organize your goods, all-inclusive pallet racking solutions designed to make the most of your warehouse. So a disorganized warehouse shouldn't be the thing that slows you down. No one cares about the number of boxes or your types of shelving. So what this website does is it immediately grabs them with how your solution, their solution, makes it easier for the customer to get their job done. Great website example. So the takeaway from this is, what problems are you solving for your customer? Can you grab them right with a pain point right at the beginning to hook them in? This is another example, Southern States Toyota Lift. Get forklift issues off your plate. We'll take care of it with a comprehensive service plan that keeps your forklift working, so you can too. Get a plan and then specials. Contact us. Oops, went too fast. So the insight that this one comes from is equipment issues can pile up on people's plates when they already have things to do in a very busy day. So issues keep people from completing their goals and getting the main work that they wanted to get done at the beginning of the day. So this company allows customers to have fewer issues by having their service plan. So great insights there. So this is a takeaway I don't think I've shared yet, but when you interview your customers, be sure to ask the top reasons why they chose your firm, or what they like about working with you. And this one, we did find this StoryBrand guide and link to him in our blog version of this, and that's Jesse. Great. Next example, EBY truck bodies, all aluminum truck bodies that help turn your hard work into profit. Buy an EBY, buy an EBY. So the insight here is that profitability weighs heavily on business owners. It's not about the truck, it's about profitability. So support, overhead, items like trucks can make or break your bottom line. So hardworking professionals deserve a hardworking truck. So great insight there. So again, interview your customers and then make sure you turn that into language to show how your products, your services help them reach their larger goals like profitability. So not trucks, but profitability. So really neat. And here is the original StoryBrand writer on this one. Rooftop equipment. So fail-proof tools for roofing, adhesives, and coatings, equipment that gets you to your next job faster. Shop now, shop now. So for this, the insight was that winning the next job is a goal for many businesses. Failure of products can hold you back from good reviews or happy customers. The best products can be part of helping you win more work and provide excellent results for your clients. The best roofers deserve the most effective tools for their job. Some great insights there. So the takeaway from this is, are there places where you can remove jargon? I think we mentioned that before, but does your website paint a picture of what success looks like for working with you? Those smiling, happy people, people happily getting on to the next job because their products worked well. All right, automated machine systems. This is a manufacturing automation, industrial automation company in Cincinnati, Ohio. So discover a refreshingly transparent approach to automation. We provide automation systems that help American manufacturers meet their price, quality, and on-time delivery goals. Book a virtual meeting, book a virtual meeting. So the insight for this is that manufacturers need to cut costs and reduce production time out of every product they build, and automation helps them achieve those goals. When they're working with an automation company, though, they can get frustrated if they don't get regular communication on their projects, like how is it coming along, and then suddenly at the end it's overdue. But AMS has this refreshingly transparent visual project management communication they do, where they're constantly sending you updates every week with photos of where your project is. So that is refreshingly transparent and different and a great thing to build messaging around. So the takeaway for you here is, what are you doing that's different? Can you consolidate your messaging around it and make it clear and concise? And we did build this beautiful website. All right, we did all 20 and we did them fast. So what I want to hit you with now is what's coming at you for 2025 for our website trends. So trend number one is really AI personalization. We're all going to be leveraging AI more to create really personalized experiences. Trend number two is voice search optimization, ensuring our websites, ensuring our blogs are built to be found when people are doing voice search. Number three, interactive content. Google judges our websites based on how long people stay on them, if they interact with them. So ways to engage our users with interactive elements is an important trend looking into 2025. Also too, coming up with, more AI supporting tools and things is illustrations and graphics in place of like stock photos. So that's an interesting trend that we're keeping our eyes on, and it was this last year and this year. Also too, short form video content, integrating those short form videos into your website. So big trend for 2025. I had a lot more than just 5 trends. So I also wanted to keep in mind that mobile friendliness and page load speed are both on desktop and mobile are going to continue to be really big trends in 2025. So be sure to watch all of those. All right. Thank you for sticking with us. Here's our ending plug for Big Orange Marketing. If you're considering a website, a StoryBrand website, if you want to work with us, you get a team of experts, you get small firm attention, complete management, you get to work with seasoned pros, and we're affordable because we are here in the Midwest. And most of all, we are honest and we deliver what others promise. We know there's a lot of marketing firms out there that are giving marketing firms a bad name, but we will always deliver what we promise. And if something goes wrong, and we're gonna, miss a deadline, we are gonna let you know. Um, so we seek to be very honest all the time. All right. Any other questions, Tatiana? All right. Well, I think that's it. We will go ahead and close. Thank you.